All right. I'm sorry, guys. I can't see me. I've been pretty much suffering from a really bad thing of a writer's block. So I'm gonna get y'all a video out. So here we go. Now the inspiration for this video is pretty much an ability that I actually have myself. It's called precognition. It is not on the level that I'm giving it to Deku. I do not have it to that degree. I'm able to see into the future, but I'm not able to you know, see like Uber. It's really complicated to explain. Like it's really hard, but that's where the premise of it is coming from. So we're gonna start this off like we always do. This is back 4 years, not 4 years, but when they're younger. Deku actually had his quirk pretty much the second he was born, so he grew up with this quirk. So instead of getting bullied and stuff, he actually was able to dodge Bakugo's attacks, and he kind of knew how Bakugo was gonna be. So what he did at a young age is he already started training, but the basic ability is only 5 seconds, right? But sometimes when in hyper stress, he's able to see a lot further. So with this being said, I'm gonna say that Deku was seeing different little events and seeing different little things play out. So Deku kind of like so Deku does many different things. Like I'm gonna say he starts training early on because that's how that's how we do it over here. We gotta have our boy Deku training extra early. So he's training early or whatever, and all he's doing really is getting his physicality up. But he's training actually, depending on what he's doing, nearly twice as fast. So like his base level is increasing. So let me give you an example. Actually, while I remember, I want y'all to stop, like the video, comment NAR, or comment down letter to help out. I want to set the like goal to 25 likes. If y'all get that out the second we make it to 25 likes and I see it, I'll throw out the next part as fast as I can. Second of all, precognition. If any of y'all if any of y'all actually know about psychic abilities, please let me know in the comments. I'll DM you on Instagram or something. We can talk about it. Maybe you might know something. And what I mean by this is actually how to use it, in real life, not just in this what if. But I digress. So Deku actually uses his 5 seconds, and he uses that to train because he predicts what he's gonna do, and he starts training. He does those exact things, and then he predicts it again, and he keeps doing that. Basically, what this is gonna do is gonna allow him to repetition it, so it builds up it builds up his precognition. So it is building the imagery to make it more and more vivid, so the brain's like, oh, I predicted this, then it happens. Okay, and then it's like, all right, do it again. So what he's doing is he's doing double the training in half the time. So let's say he does a punch, he predicts the punch, he does the punch. So he technically did it twice. Now you might be asking, how does this work? Well, it's simple. If your brain believes, if your brain believes you've done something, like there's been times where I've thought about doing something so hard that I actually thought I did it already when I realized I haven't did it already. So now imagine if your brain was like, oh, I've already done these push-ups, or I've already done this, and then you do it, it's gonna feel like you've done it twice. That's my logic behind it. So this Deku, by the time he gets to middle school, Deku, he's pretty strong. I'm not gonna say he's on like no god tier status or anything. He's just pretty strong. I'm gonna say he was able to crank it up to like 10 seconds. And okay, this is how it works. If he says out loud precognition, like the faster he says it, the more immediate it be. So if he was like precognition, or like precognition really fast, he'd be able to see like everything within like a proximity of him within like 5 seconds or 10 seconds or whatever. But if you said on precognition, if he did it like that, right, that he would be able to see like, you know, a lot longer, and he sees it with a lot more detail. So he's able to just be like, ah, I see. I see anime glasses. But there's a drawback. The fast one is he's able to see everything, but in a short time period. The long one takes longer to use, but he's able to see it. And let's be realistic. If you're trying to scream out your move and someone knows what it is, they're gonna most likely stop you. But he can keep training up his passive to where he's you know, able to see further and further into the future. And so he's, you know, he's pretty good with that. And like it doesn't base level is just predicting the future and seeing different outcomes and different ways of maneuvering. So that's like base level, right? You know, off the rip. Now Deku, I mean Bakugo doesn't really try to bully him, because anytime he does, like, Deku just walks away, angles himself in a way to make this dude trip. So Bakugo technically is still kind of under the impression this dude is quirkless, but he's just like, and I mean Bakugo does think like maybe he has a, I mean, it's not never really brought up, because like people that have like a foresight or prediction quirk don't really, they're not pretty known in the My Hero world. So I'm gonna say that Bakugo really doesn't know. So I'm gonna say he confronts this dude like, hey, do you got a quirk that allows you to peep into the future? Kachan, what makes you say that? Don't play hold on, what do we say? Don't play stupid with me, shithead. Yeah, I think he would say something like that, or don't play stupid, moss head, or some shit like that. I think that's how Bakugo would say it. And he's like, hey, no need to get all aggressive, because he's not as soft as he was, because he sees things at how they are and how they'll come out to be. Plus he peeps into the future of how painful and suffering life would have been if he didn't train. So he's got confidence. He's not God tier confidence, but he got confidence. And then he's like, Bakugo, calm down, man. So Bakugo runs up at him, charging at this dude, like he's about to eat this dude's soul. And then goes for the killing blow. And then Deku does not move an ounce or an inch at all. He just no. So after that happens, Bakugo doesn't hit him, but then Bakugo's like, why did you not dodge? I was coming at you. I mean, but you didn't hit me. So Bakugo is really confused. It's kind of like, all right, bitch. He's kind of like he's kind of fed up with Deku shit, but nonetheless, they stop and then they go their separate ways. Due to this, Deku sees what's about to happen to him. So instead of going the route he went another route, grabbed some alcohol. Basically, he changed it off by like 3 seconds. He went in, got some. Let's just say he was able to use precognition to sneak around the cameras and stuff. Grab some alcohol and some shit to set stuff on fire. The sludge villain tries to pull up on him. He basically uses it like it's a flamethrower. And then the sludge villain's like, hot, 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 hot. And he said, in a minute now, All Might should be here. And then, boom, All Might pulled up. He said, I am here. And yes, I'm trying something. I know most of y'all might hate me for this. But yeah, part 2 will be coming.